The Butterfly Troll, tale number 4 from the Taladarala. Amongst the leaves of the May Queen's garden, where tiny creatures dance to greet the morning sun, there, in amongst the bending, twisted trees, was a special bench, and upon the bench there rested a troll. The troll was a kindly thing. It would tend to the garden, care for the animals, and because of this, the troll was much loved by all who enjoyed this hidden delight. His nose was bulbous and shaped like a hook, his ears large, and his eyes reflected the patterns of a kaleidoscope across his cornea. Wandering into the garden one day came a small girl with curled blonde hair, bouncing in ringlets as she skipped about. So full of joy, this child. Being such a kind troll, he reached out to the child and revealed in his hand a beautiful butterfly. The girl loved the butterfly. She chased it and watched it fly around. Eventually, the butterfly flew back into the troll's hand and tucked itself in. The tips of its wings turned flesh, and the tiny monarch transformed itself into his thumb. The curious child smiled. The troll took a deep breath of the breeze inside his chest and continued with his work, all the while the child watching. As the sun began to set, the troll decided to retire. He stretched out and yawned and suddenly burst into countless butterflies. His ears flew away with their large wings, his eyes hid upon a long branch, and his nose fluttered down to a delicate flower where it perched and rested. The little girl loved the butterflies. She chased them and watched them fly around, dancing like wisps of a dandelion and just as enticing to hunt and follow. Eventually she caught one of the butterflies in her hand. She wanted to keep it all to herself. The curly-haired girl dashed home and placed the butterfly into a large glass jar. She watched the creature flap its wings, sometimes flitting and beating the inside of the jar. It was frightened, terrified, but all the girl could see was its beauty as it moved around its cage. She went to bed and the night came and went. In the morning she rushed back to the garden, eager to meet the troll again. When she got there she found him crying. He was not very well. As she peered around to see what was the matter, she noticed he was missing an eye. He was blind in one eye. It was gone, vanished. In its place, a large gaping hole formed in on itself like a gumless mouth, some complete void. The troll continued to weep, for he could not tend to the garden. He could no longer care for the creatures and feared for their safety. The little girl realised the problem. She remembered his thumb, she recalled how the butterfly transformed, and she remembered that she had caught a butterfly. She was responsible for his suffering. Hurrying home, she ran up the stairs of her house and flung her wooden bedroom door wide open. Rushing to the jar, she unscrewed the lid, opened it up and reached inside for the butterfly. But it would not move. It just sat in her hand, limp, lifeless. The little girl cradled the dead butterfly in her hands. She begged for it to wake up, but it was too late. The delicate creature was dead. Her selfishness had cost the creature and upset the balance of nature. The troll would now forever be incomplete.
There's a garden kept so peacefully. There's a garden in my dreams. be the same again.